Hello everybody, welcome to another film review. Today we're filming a review for a very special movie. One battle after another. This film, let me just check where it's sitting now. It's on 95. It's averaged out at 95 on Metacritic based on 53 currently published reviews. More may trickle in and change the score, but this is crazy. This is a really high Metascore for a film. Normally films average out in like the 70, 60 kind of region. It's pretty rare for a film to eclipse 90 on Metacritic. Like it happens more often in maybe games and music. TV maybe, I don't know, but I feel like for films, getting like such a universal average of high acclaim it's pretty rare. To be on 95 is crazy. The film is doing super well, 8.5 on IMDb. I'm not sure if this has much hope of getting its budget back, maybe with enough momentum. It can happen. The budget is here somewhere, right? Yeah, $130 million budget. This is the most expensive Paul Thomas Anderson film, and his films have not made back their budget. I think Boogie Nights and There Will Be Blood are the only times where it's happened. Maybe probably Hard 8 as well, his debut movie. Let's talk about this movie, man. This is a big deal, bro. This is a big freaking deal. This is probably the most important, exciting movie of the year. Like, if you're a movie geek, like a Leonardo DiCaprio-led Paul Thomas Anderson movie with Sean Penn, like this is like ticking so many boxes. If you're a real lover of film, how the heck are you not gonna be rushing out the door to see this movie? I was like, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna go see the Vista Vision projecting screen. I went to Leicester Square Odeon in London, which is one of the 4 cinemas in the world projecting this film in VistaVision, which is the format it was shot in, which is the first time that's happened for like 65 years. Let me just tell you right now, if you can do the VistaVision experience, do it. It's fucking sick. The film looks tremendous, and it really heightened the kind of depth and sense of scale during some of the moments where it's really important for you to be able to visibly feel and see how far away certain things are. A particular chase scene near the end of the film, that's a moment where the VistaVision format was working some magic, man. It was really cool. If you can't tell, I like the movie. I really like this movie. I think it's an exceptional movie, and I am not the first to say that. There was a couple mixed reviews. Let's see these mixed reviews, man. Paul Thomas Anderson's dark comedy turns overreaching into an art form. Overreaching, man. He's doing a little too much, bro. Like, Slant Magazine are a little too nonchalant for a film. Like, one battle after another. Like, it's just like, can't like quiet down, like chill. Like, it's not that deep. What is the movie about? It's about some freedom fighter, revolutionary kind of extremists played by Teyana Taylor and Leonardo DiCaprio. They kind of get into a bit of a pickle with Sean Penn, who's kind of this like white nationalist, definitely allegorical for a lot of American leaders. It's a deeply political film. I mean, it's Paul Thomas Anderson. He's no stranger to making deeply political films. But yeah, this is a film that takes place in modern day, which I think is quite rare for PTA. If I'm not mistaken, it's the only film he's ever made in modern day that isn't Punch Drunk Love. I think that's the only one that is also in modern day. This is very reflective of today. This film, you know, as all films are reflective of their current era. And I feel like this is a rallying cry. This is a real like mirror to today. This is what this film is going for. Similar to like Eddington earlier this year, I get the vibe that this film is the director's way of kind of channeling how they're feeling about everything and blah blah blah. This film is adapted from a Thomas Pynchon novel called Vineland, which I'm not much of a reader, I'll be real. I don't know too much about that source material, but I am aware that this is a political writer as well. So there's no denying that this film is attempting to kind of reckon with the time we're living in, and I think it did it in a way that was really hopeful and invigorating. I left this thing like full of courage and, you know, yeah, vigor. Felt so good coming off of this, you know, like a film like Eddington, it's a little bleak. It's an anxiety-riddled film. Ari Aster's clearly like struggling through his fear, and the world he builds in Eddington is interesting and cathartic to watch, I think. But I can't say that it's a film that instills you with a massive amount of hope, you know. On the other hand, this movie, I think ultimately it kind of leaves you really valuing the very limited piece you're allowed, really. The only part of the film I was a bit unsure about when it comes to like how I was feeling about it, you know, was probably the opening like 20 minutes. There's a lot of montage, kind of like stage setting, exposition and whatnot, and it's pretty like rapid fire, you know. You're getting hit with a lot of intel. There's like a bit of a time jump that happens, and I want to say it was right when that happened. That's like when the film was like, cool, okay, we got all of the stuff you need to know out the way. Now now we're in. I felt like it was a bit of a potentially messy start, a little bit. Like, it wasn't bad necessarily, because the filmmaking on display front to back is A1. The editing is really snappy. You're never looking at something uninteresting, and the cinematography is stunning. Like, the way this aspect ratio was used, it was incredible, because VistaVision has a pretty specific aspect ratio, and I felt like every corner of it was giving you just something worth looking at, paying attention to, and it was just building a world, like spinning a web without me even realizing it at points. It was just hypnotic, man. This is some mesmerizing filmmaking. Like, it might be his best looking movie, but I could just be saying that because I saw the VistaVision version. I mean, it was a flattering way to watch it, dude. It was great. This movie was tense, fiery, man. Like, this is a long movie. It's, as you can see here, 2 hours 41. That is astonishing to me, man. Truly can't think of a film, like, off the top of my head, to where the runtime it feels relative to the actual runtime is this, like, much of a noticeable, like, stark contrast. Like, this really felt to me like 2 hours 10, maybe? The film could have kept going for 30 minutes. I would have been like, yeah, tight. It feels like that's how much is left when it's over. It's wild. Just some credit there to the editing from Andy Jurgensen, or Jurgensen. I don't know. Michael Bauman, didn't you do the cinematography for Jaws? No. I got that wrong. Why did I think that? I don't know why the fuck I thought that. That's weird. Let's go through some performances. Let's review the acting. Everyone killed it. Dijon was in it, man. Dijon was in it. He had a few lines. He wasn't in it like too much. He had a good laugh in there, actually. When he was on the phone, he said, oh yeah, it was when he was doing the passwords. He was like, you're gonna yeah, you're gonna know this one, bro. This movie's hilarious. I gotta say, this, I always forget. Like, when I think of Paul Thomas Anderson's filmography, I kind of perceive Boogie Nights as like the funny one, but no, Magnolia's hilarious. Hell, Punch Drunk Love's hilarious. Phantom Thread is really funny. Licorice Pizza's really funny. There's so much humor in all of this. Even There Will Be Blood, you could say, is kind of morbidly funny. In a vacuum, though, when I think about his filmography, I don't think, oh, it's loads of really funny movies for some reason. Because I leave them with so much to think about. They're so layered. They're all just such opuses, you know, beyond the humor. But really, they're all completely just packed with golden gems of humor. Like, great jokes, great line readings, and this is funny stuff, bro. This is hilarious. Like, Leonardo DiCaprio is really funny in this. It's one of his funniest performances. He's been a bit more kind of loose, embracing his humorous side in his more late career. I think from Wolf of Wall Street onwards, Don't Look Up, even Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He's great in this movie. He's not exactly like transforming in this movie in the way he does in films like maybe, I don't know, Killers of the Flower Moon or The Departed or What's Eating Gilbert Grape or anything. Like, these are films where he's really like kind of fully reaching for something outside of his natural self. I think you can feel Leonardo DiCaprio's kind of habits and behaviors, and like he's very recognizably Leo in this movie, I think. But that's not in any way like a problem or like a slight against him and his performance in the film at all. He's comfortable and he's given room to sort of build a character within these things, you know? Like, I could see people dressing up as Bob Ferguson, the lead character from this film. He's just got that personable, recognizable, emblematic, iconic aura to him. I do think he's a really well-defined character. Leo was the guy for this. It feels very catered to Leonardo DiCaprio, actually. He's great in the movie. He's really, really good. But I was actually pretty surprised at how much of the runtime was spent without him being like the focus. Like, there was quite a lot of time dedicated to Chase Infinity. There was quite a lot of time dedicated to Sean Penn, Teyana Taylor during the start of the movie. There was quite a fair bit of the film where Leonardo DiCaprio was not on screen. He's undeniably the lead, but it did give plenty of space for the other supporting cast members to really allow you to get to know them, you know? And that was really cool. Regina Hall, she was probably the most like sidelined of the lot here. Chase Infinity was a massive standout, I thought. She plays Leo's daughter. Really intense, attention-demanding screen presence from her. She is excellent. I think she's gonna go on to do some really, really wonderful things, because this is like a breakout performance for her. I know she was in a show before this, but I think this is her first film. I got the computer right here, you know. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, Presumed Innocent. I gotta watch that, the Jake Gyllenhaal one. Yeah, she was in the Darling Eye video. That's a great video, man. That's a really good music video. She's on her way up, man. She's fantastic. We gotta talk about Sean Penn, bro. Sean Penn. Oh, mate. Look, man. I'm sorry. You walk away thinking about Sean Penn the most, man. He was the best part of this movie. Performance-wise, he was my favorite, for sure. He hopefully will win Best Supporting Actor. He's got my vote for Best Supporting Actor. If I could vote, I'd definitely go for him. Oh my god, how do you even describe it? Like, the way he would walk and talk and the little like twitches in his mouth. Like, he really like super zoomed in, magnified every little tick to really give you an impression of someone who is not right. Like, someone who's unstable, insecure, fragile, pathetic. Like this, like I love that he's depicted in a very human way, in a weirdly kind of understanding and pathetic almost way, but they're not depicted as like, you know, anything you want to feel for. Like this guy is gross. This guy's really horrible. And yeah, again, I do think he is representative and allegorical towards a lot of corrupt, bigoted world leaders. And I love that he's depicting Sean Penn as just a bit of a complete coward, as a really pathetic coward, you know, to sort of show what these people really, really are, no matter what they present themselves or wish they were perceived as. Like, there are so many moments where his kind of really hateful ideologies are played for laughs so effectively. Like, in any other context, it could come off really chilling or unsettling, but Sean Penn is just so extreme in this movie sometimes. The absurdity of it, you just can't help but laugh at it. Like, particularly the joke regarding his shirt. Oh my god, that was fucking hilarious. Sean Penn is delivering some amazing work here, man. I was elated by his performance, despite the kind of very scary and upsetting nature of it. Everyone was great, man. Benicio del Toro, excellent. He brings kind of like a bit of warmth to the film. I think he's the most like level-headed character, really, and it's very funny seeing him exist in this film's context, because he's like just there trying to help out, do his thing, and what's surrounding him is just absolute mayhem. It's very funny. Teyana Taylor, oh my god, man, she was so good, eating up the screen every moment she could, man. She was fantastic. Everyone killed it, man. Johnny Greenwood of Radiohead and The Smile. Paul Thomas Anderson's in-house, like, kind of on-deck composer. This is, to me, maybe his best work with him. I cannot overstate how much I love the score of this movie. The role music plays in this film is really, really interesting. It reminded me a little bit of Birdman. Birdman's score, I think, was just about pushing the momentum of the film, making it more tangible, you know, with the drum thing. I think it was like all drums, wasn't it, in Birdman? And this film, the piano, it does such a good job of emboldening the tension of what you're seeing, the kind of humor of it as well. And it's a huge reason why this film doesn't feel that long. It allows for these really long, sprawling set-piece moments to never be dull. You're always so interested in everything that's happening on screen. Like, you're just in it with this movie, man. Like, that's the beauty of this film. It's just like you get whisked away. You can't not want to see it to the end. Even in the film's more quiet moments, it is just gripping. There's a moment with Chase Infinity later on where she's kind of trying to escape something, and there's very minimal sound and music. It's truly the editing and the cinematography and the acting that is like carrying the film. And Paul Thomas Anderson's amazing for just letting his actors breathe, take the reins sometimes. You know, he doesn't get in the actor's way too much, but somehow it still feels so Paul Thomas Anderson and still so, you know, evolutionary for him. It's amazing, man. This is such an amazing film. The more I think about it, the more I just can't fault fucking anything about it. It's just an excellent time. I can't wait to see it again. It's like one of those I just need to see it again. It was so fucking good. But I think it's also really moving. I think the film's really, really moving. I think the film really wants to leave the audience feeling interested in making a difference, encouraging people to take care of themselves, defend themselves, protect themselves. There's like this communal spirit I kind of felt coming away from it, you know. It feels like a real like moment where collectively people can just reckon with all of the anxieties and fears that they might be feeling in today's political climate. And that's something really reassuring and nice to see. It's a film that really explicitly makes it clear that it wants to make a difference, and that's refreshing. You know, it's not shying away from how it feels. It's got a real voice, and it's one that believes in you. It's one that really believes in you as a viewer, and it's hard not to just feel that when you're watching it. I think this thing is fantastic, man. Is it Paul Thomas Anderson's best film? I think it is on track to being one of his most critically acclaimed films ever. It's definitely more critically acclaimed than Licorice Pizza and Inherent Vice were. I know those films were a lot more divisive. Yeah, There Will Be Blood is 8.2. My favorite, I don't see it budging. I think Punch Drunk Love is so good. Reviews will still continue to pile in, and it will level out and probably not stay at 8.5. But hey, man, this is probably going to go down like in history as one of his finest moments. I think this will be a film that when the 2020s are done, we will look at as like a benchmark moment, and we'll be grateful that we were there to see it. I've given it 4.5. It honestly really could go to 5 on a rewatch. The only things holding it back, I guess, would be that intro. The first maybe 20 minutes or so were not as clean as the rest of the film. There was a bit more confusion as to whether or not I am interested in seeing X and Y or blah, blah, blah. Like, I was just sort of taking it in, though. Maybe on a rewatch, now that I know what it's like at first, I'll kind of embrace it more, perhaps. It took about 20 to 30 minutes before I was like really in it, but the moment I was, the whole film was a fucking delight. I think it's excellent. I think it's just absolutely excellent, and it will be a true mission to top this film. Honestly, I think this is comfortably going down as film of the year. I cherished every second I was watching this movie. It was so damn good. PTA, man, the GOAT. I honestly think he might be America's best filmmaker. He's so damn good. I'm seeing it again tomorrow. I gotta see it. If I wasn't going to see By Storm tonight, which I'm very excited to see, then I would probably run this movie back tomorrow. I'll go see it again tomorrow. All right, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Do all those things the algorithm likes, because I would be very grateful. But you don't have to. As long as you're having a good day, I'm happy. That's the main thing. But don't forget to make sure that you go and see this film. Please go and see this film. Support this film. Go to the cinema. Run it back 3 times. Please tell the studios that this is what we want. This is the caliber we need to be operating at, man. This is great shit. This is a film built to be seen by a big, packed crowd. It would be a travesty for this film to like tragically flop. And given PTA's track record, that is unfortunately very possible. But it's got a lot of momentum right now. I'm hoping the word of mouth will be powerful enough to get people in the cinema. People love Leonardo DiCaprio too, so that'll probably do something. But yeah, no, go see this movie, please. Bye-bye.